This is Lady Lila Brown with a very special edition of Melanated News You Can Use. And I have to note this as we have just a few more days remaining in Black History Month. And what started out being such a magical day, I just got approved to be the press pool for a second Black mayor, this one being my hometown of Los Angeles, and being able to finally cover Mayor Quinton Lucas. So real quick, I can give a backstory before we head into what was an extremely racist incident today in the city of Los Angeles, and this one, adjacent to Mayor Karen but not coming from her staff. So first and foremost, my hometown is Kansas City. Go Chiefs. Just, we won the Super Bowl. So I'm going home to wrap up my Black History Month coverage, and I am, into Hollywood and sports. So I thought this would be a great way to finish up with the Negro Leagues and the Jazz Museum, this Jazz District. And I just wanted to kind of talk about Satchel Paige. I was gonna go visit Crispus Attucks, Mass Communication and Writing Magnet School, where I got my early start into journalism and just fell in love with mass media. Went to visit my middle school, Paul Robeson, and then Central High School, where Walt Disney went to high school, but whatever, we can all imagine. So last night, I get to the city of Kansas City, and I'm going through the airport, and didn't think anything of it. And then I get settled in, and I tell myself I'm kind of done covering Mayor Bass, at least for the rest of this week, because it's just so much. I said, I don't care what's going on, I don't care what she's doing. I am going to just show some restraint and just refrain, because I need to take a break. And then I get an email, because I'm in the Midwest, the Central Time Zone. I get an email probably about even 10, 11 o'clock, maybe midnight, something like that. And it said she was going to be doing an event with the Black real estate agents, which I was like, ooh, that's so good, talking about homelessness. And then the second event she was going to do to kind of finish off Black History Month as well was to speak to an event and give some remarks about, the honoring Black leaders in journalism. And I was like, I have to make this. I have to go to this. So I immediately booked my ticket back home, and found a really good flight, thanks to Delta Airlines, right? So first and foremost, self-funded, I have to put this in. So we are gonna give him some dollar amounts. Pay $400 one-way ticket. I don't care. I gotta get to this mayor. She talking about Black media. I need to hear what she gonna say. I need some information. So I get to the airport in Kansas City. I flew in Delta. I'm flying out Delta. It's a totally different airport, literally within a few hours. I literally took one of the last flights out of KCI. The Department of Transportation has been involved with this, Pete Buttigieg, Representative Emmanuel Cleaver, and again, Mayor Quinton Lucas helped bring and usher in and all the pomp and circumstance with this. But I'm so excited. I'm literally taking film, video of this brand new terminal at KCI Airport. And immediately I emailed Mayor Quinton Lucas's office. I know I'm long-winded. We get to the racism, don't worry. I'm emailing, this is because of the capacity, the audacity. I'm emailing Mayor Quinton Lucas's media relations team. And before my flight even takes off, they're like, oh, he's coming to the airport today. He's getting it from DC. He's doing something about canceling student debt. Come on. Boom. I had already manifested that I was going to cover Mayor Bass. Of course, Atlanta, that's easy. Chicago's Lightfoot. I'm already saying how I'm going to cover the mayor of Houston, the mayor of Jackson, Mississippi, anywhere where there is a Black American mayor, I'm going to cover it. So we'll probably go back over this in a full edition of my episode, Melanated News You Can Use, but get this. I get to Los Angeles at 9 a.m. The event she's going to be speaking at probably about 12:30 when she's slated to go on. Doesn't matter. I get home, get fully dressed, total transformation. I'm at the door, make the event on time. And then I realized, I'm like, what is this? Like, her office doesn't really give too many details. So this is what happens. They send out an alert. I submit a media RSVP. They never really give us the address. But once we are approved, then we get the address. Safety reasons, okay, if I'm approved, great. I wouldn't even know about the event if someone didn't tell me. So this event ended up being a Black History Month Luncheon with KBLA Talk 1580. Wow, when I go out and tell people I'm LB Media Group, sometimes they think, oh, I know KBLA, and I'm like, no, I'm LB Media Group, right? So I always make sure that I make a distinction, but as I'm starting to cover this mayor, get more involved with local LA politics, I'm realizing like there's a whole other side to this city outside of Hollywood. It's almost night and day, and I've been living in Los Angeles for 13 years and I never knew any of this stuff. So KBLA, LB Media Group, I've been meaning to go over there. I'm very proactive. I've been meaning to go walk in my resume, but not after today. I want y'all to take a look at the people that they're honoring. These are the Black leaders in journalism. We have Sandy Banks. She's a columnist with the LA Times. And I think she's with KBLA now. Marc Brown, the infamous Marc Brown with KBC, ABC-7 News out here in Los Angeles. So Sandy Banks, she's LA Times columnist. Marc Brown. Pat Harvey, broadcast journalist, KCAL News out here, CBS affiliate for Los Angeles. James Hill, he's a lead sports anchor. I mean, one of my good friends, former clients, Stan Barrett, has a picture of Jim Hill at his desk. Like, these are legends. If you are Black media, like, these are the people we look up to. You have Pat Prescott, who's with 94 The Wave, 94.7 The Wave. She's a radio host. She's retired. And then I believe Beverly White is also retired. So get this. There are other people like me who are transplants to this city. And I've been in this city 10 years. And it wouldn't be a benefit for me to get involved with local LA politics. So it really doesn't matter. But I could have just played in Hollywood. I already knew this mayor was going to win. Okay, I did not need to argue with y'all on Facebook about it because most of y'all not even in LA or don't vote like I did with Kamala. I was not going to do that again. I am always butchered for my politics, so I'm learning to just leave it alone and do what I have to do. So inspired by her. When I realized that Mayor Bass was going to be mayor because the votes had finally been tallied, I was on set working on a TV show and everybody was like, who's Karen Bass? And I was like, oh, you about to find out. It doesn't matter. After her inauguration, I went to Alpha Kappa Alpha Founders Day event, told somebody I'm covering the mayor, check out my YouTube. They said, oh, who's Karen Bass? This is somebody that was born and raised in Los Angeles. Okay, whatever. I went to a Christmas Day event. And I said, is the mayor here yet? Has the mayor arrived? I'm talking to the media. They was like, I don't think he's arrived yet. Whew. So it lets me know, like, there is such a huge disconnect and information being spread, but I digress. I do that a lot. So I get to this event, and they're like, oh, we don't see your name on the list, well, that's fine. Was invited by the advisory press release from the mayor's office. Oh, well, let me just add your name to the list. No problem, blah, blah, blah. So then a sister girl, a colorism sister girl, her name is Erin. She comes over and she says, oh, well, okay, well, how about this? We'll get you inside and then we'll get you a seat. So while I'm checking in, y'all, the CEO of Metro, Stephanie Wiggins, was like, I'm like, you look familiar. She's like, you look familiar. I'm like, oh, Stephanie Wiggins, I love listening to you speak. Thank you. You know, I was like, I would love to talk to you, right? And so she was like, okay, we'll talk inside. Okay, great. So the sister girl was like, oh yeah, you can go inside. I'm like, wow, Stephanie Wiggins watches my show. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the sister girl's like, you'll go in, I'll find you a seat eventually. Just let the guests arrive and we'll fill you in. So I'm sitting around getting some video and nobody's in this room yet. I'm media, getting a lay of the land, getting the atmospheric shots, great. Some B-roll of some performers warming up. And then all of a sudden, the colorism sister girl, Erin, she says, come here. And I'm like, oh, maybe she's gonna introduce me to somebody. I'm just, you know. And she was like, hands me over to a white woman. And when I edit this, I'll put the picture of the white woman. The white woman says, yeah, you can't be here. We can't approve you, as I'm already in the event getting some B-roll. What do you mean? What do you mean you can't approve me? I'm already in. And she walked me and said she would even find me a seat at the table. You know? She said, this is a ticketed event, it's a private event. Oh, well, I don't have to have a seat. I'm here to cover the mayor and get her remarks, because I want to hear exactly what she's going to say about black media, because, you know, I'm black owned and operated media. So she was like, well, what, show me? I said, I'll show you the email. So she sat there and like went through the email. She saw the correspondence back and forth, great. And so, you know, she was like, I'm still not going to be able to approve you. It's still going to be a no. It's still going to be a no. Didn't check out my website, nothing. It's still going to be a no. All right. I take my little happy self downstairs and I made a phone call to, you know, the press release information in the mayor's office. Mayor of Los Angeles office, Karen Bass. And her rep picks up the phone. She was like, yeah, Lila, LB Media Group, yeah. No, they're having, they won't let me in, and she's not there. She's manning the phones or whatever. I don't know what she's doing over there. And she was like, well, let me work on this. Let me see what I can do about getting you in. Now, I go back up. I said, I told, insert Becky Karen here. I told Becky Karen that I was just on the phone with the mayor's office. They're gonna, you know, circle back. They thought this was a private event. You give them 1 inch, they're gonna take the whole goddamn ruling. I said, they thought this was a private, oh yes, that's the thing, it's not. I said, so y'all not having any media? And then media starts walking in with the cameras. She said, well, oh, those are our private house photographers. I can understand that. She doesn't know. I also do public relations. So, she was like, I said, well, the mayor's office is trying to figure out, like, you know, some contacts, how to circle back with some organizers, even though I'm working with the event producer. She said, you know what, it really doesn't even matter. It's still going to be a no. She told me it doesn't even matter at this point. Whatever the mayor's office says, it's still going to be a no. Her name is Lisa. She's with TBG. Hi, I'm EBMG. And so, if that's even her, I didn't show this lady my card. She said, you have a card? Honey, I have a QR code, a digital card. As soon as you scan my code, it uploads to your phone. Hi, nice to meet you. Technology, 21st century. So, then all of a sudden, a contact from the mayor's office comes in. I'm like, say his name. I'm like, can you let her know? And she was like, can I see your card? She said this to the mayor's press aide, communications officer. Can I see your card? Boom, pulls it out. And she's like, okay, you can go in. And then we get inside and he's like, do you need anything else? No, I just needed to get in. I was very adamant about getting the mayor's remarks because I wanted to hear about this kind of stuff. See, I'm throwing on a journalism cap because it's my background. That's what I was classically trained in since Christmas ads, mass communications and writing magnet school in Kansas City, Missouri. And so I wanted to put this out there. You're not gonna make me feel like I'm being too ambitious, okay? Because in my spirit, I'm feeling like I'm the next Oprah Winfrey. You want to see all these people right here when it says retired, retired? damn near on their way to retirement. In the next 25 years, it's gonna be me. But see, my generation is more concerned with the shade room and baller alert. They not investing their own hard-earned cash money to follow around this mayor. When I'm going to cover the mayor, a lot of times I'm the only Black media outlet in the room. I'm not using stock images. I'm getting original content. Because what I think what she's doing with curing homelessness in this city and bringing in these federal resources is the most genius plan I've ever seen in my life. And it's effective, and it's fast acting, and it's effective. It's productive. So I'm in a little bit of state of shock. I really don't even have time to even talk about this, but I'm gonna dump this, and I'm gonna decompress. So Tavis Smiley is the host, okay? And he is also the operator, management for KBLA. I said, let me do a little bit more research because I'm about to find out who owns this company right now. We're going to have a conversation. News alert, you heard it here first. KBLA is Chinese owned and it's Black operated. I mean, those that follow my broadcast, they know we talk about billionaire Byron Allen all the time, and this is exactly what he's talking about. We are targeted, but we do not own the message. This is Chinese owned, and I have no problem with the Chinese. I have good times in Shanghai, Beijing, Chongqing, okay? We can do Hong Kong, Singapore, and all that. I worship at the Chinese temple. What is the problem? I think what's it called? Multicultural broadcasting or something like that. Oh, I see what's happening here. I can't wait. By the time it's all said and done, I'm gonna be over at KBLA. Because the people really don't have any idea what's going on because they don't even understand geopolitics. And I'm gonna end by saying this. Sunshine Sachs does the public relations for the NAACP Image Awards. Another thing I could not get into. I didn't see any of my usual Black media, journalists, reporters, outlets reporting on the NAACP Image Awards that aired on BET. Because once again, insert Sunshine Sachs team, insert Becky Karen that wouldn't let me into a brunch lunch honoring Black media. We're the future. So you might want to learn how to engage us. You might want to learn how to collaborate with us. Do we threaten you? Do you feel threatened? You should. That says more about your own insecurities than it does mine, because I was there to cover the event and to give you favorable coverage and to talk this program about. I never want to speak ill on a Black History Month program. But that reminded me, I said this on my Instagram the other day. As long as y'all continue to have the Becky Karens of the world as your PR, Ida B. Wells would be denied access to the NAACP Image Awards. I want y'all to let that sink in. That is coded. Even an Ida B. Wells wouldn't be able to get into a Black History Month program honoring Black leaders in media, in journalism, in news reporting, in sports journalism. That's deep. I don't even want to elaborate on what that means. That an Ida B. Wells would probably most likely by Becky Karen be denied. If an Ida B. Wells was to reincarnate right now, whew, if she, whether it was the hairstyle she modernized, Becky Karen would have told her no, she couldn't come to her own NAACP Image Awards. That's what we're dealing with. And I'll close by saying this, because I'm going to do a full broadcast on all the racism I just experienced this week, because it was back to back to back. But I know before there is a breakthrough, there is a bust down, a breakdown. And this is the final straw. This is the final thrust of that white resistance. This is their final punch. They got to hit us on their way out. They know that they're done. And I'm so happy to see it go. So, thank you to the PR communications team in the mayor's office. Thank you for Stephanie Wiggins. Oh, I had PS, postscript, tear. So, when the mayor finished speaking, because they had to move her up in the program because it's time to go. She got other stuff to do or whatever. They moved her up in the program. Let's put this on and pop it. I'm telling you, something deep is happening here. They moved the mayor up, boom, boom, boom. I got my picture, boom, 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 and I'm in and out. And I realized the mayor's about to go. She's going to give that energy that she's about to head out. So I said, let me walk out so I'm ahead of the mayor and she don't have to see this. And I told the media outlet, I went back to the insert Becky Karen here in her smug look. I said, do you have a card? Oh, no, I don't have a card. Most people say, I don't have a card. Let me give you my information. No, I don't have a card. I didn't give her all my information. No, I don't have a card. I don't have a card. You know, here, let me write it down for you. She said, no, sorry. I said, big mistake. Big mistake. What you did today was violent. It was racially charged. It was inappropriate. It was uncalled for. And you messed up because I am the media. I am the media. I said, by the time I get home, there will be a full report. I said, I've already alerted all my correspondents about you. This is going up. This is going up. So I will be sure that I put this together. I'm going to post this on the YouTube. I'm sending this to the mayor's office. I'm sending this to the federal resources and the contacts I've been learning and making along the way covering this mayor. I'm sending this to all my black-owned media that I've been hesitating. You have lit a fire in me, Becky Karen, because I have this power of transmutation that I like to, and make it something useful. You lit a fire in me. And I'm not the one to cry, insert all the documentaries of my people. Can't believe that this shit is still happening today. But for all my black-owned media out there, I remember talking to Nick Hamilton, sports reporter. Amazing, amazing. Having a conversation with him. Kevin Blackistone, amazing sports journalist. And they kind of reminded me, when black media went to cover Jackie Robinson, black media couldn't even get into the stadium. Ain't nothing changed. When I tell you today, they might pick a few so we don't do things like what I'm doing right now, but that tokenism is not working. And I've never heard of a limiting of the press. You want all the press. I am not paparazzo. I am legitimate. I am registered with the great state of California. I am a vendor with Los Angeles County. Like, are you serious? Like, what more do we have to do? I am registered, certified, Cherokee Nation business, BIPOC business, okay? National Supplier Development Council, the Veteran Small Business Certified. What more certifications do I need? I'm not about to just keep getting certified because it's not yielding any rewards, but it will. It will. So this is not a threat. This is not a warning. This is a promise that I'm going to continue to do exceptionally well. And you lit a new fire in me when I was starting to get discouraged, and getting exhausted, to show up anyways. I think someone just said that I was watching Devotion. I'm boycotting Jonathan Majors, but something said watch it anyway. I just watched a film called Devotion, and on my way back, just met an Army, Air Force pilot on my way back home, and we talked about that, how that was a true story. And he said, my grandmother told me, when you get to a space where you feel like you're unwanted and you're uncomfortable and they don't want to let you into these spaces, show up anyways. Jesse Brown of Mississippi, okay? A fighter pilot, okay, for this country. Whew, you lit a whole new fire. Bravo to me, because it's on and popping now. We're just getting started. Wrap this up.